And we've reached the Satsang part of the class. So for your preparation, you'll be in any comfortable position that you know you can maintain for your concentration and contemplation for the short time that we're going to be in Satsang. And remember, the approach is that we relax our defences, we let go of our fears, we attempt to go to a still point within, to a sweet place where we can be receptive to teaching in our life. And Satsang is being with the group, with the teacher, with the guru, all of us being together in truth. And I think the emphasis very much is on being together to take the teaching. So this is a Satsang, the path of the heart. And it's about being on the path of the heart when we're quite new to awareness and when we have emerged from negative emotions controlling or affecting our lives, which happens to most of us when we first come to awareness and then realise we are on a path, and that this path is going to be for the rest of our lives. It's continual practice, and it is the path of the heart. You think you're a mountain, but you're a sleepy camel. That is a quotation of Osho, the Masters. My own personal yoga practice last Sunday morning was on the camel posture. I used to teach a workshop on this when I taught more Hatha Yoga, and I'm reworking a workshop, Hatha Yoga workshop on this posture, because just this posture alone and the preparation for it is very much about our power and energy and creating space for personal inner power. I use the Osho quote, "You think you're a mountain," in the workshop teaching. It makes such a good introduction to practice in contemplation. The mountain, of course, refers to the spiritual mountain, which we all contain. The image and the archetype of the spiritual mountain would be that which we are aspiring to attain within ourselves, which is basically the path of our life. And within the mountain is the cave of the heart. So in Osho's way of looking at it, you think you're a mountain, you think you're there, but actually you're just a sleepy camel with the hump protruding out above the level of the sand. So this does make a good introduction to a practice in contemplation, especially if you're emerging from negative emotions like guilt affecting you, or maybe fear as well, and moving into a healing phase in your life, moving into the space in the heart. So this is my direction at the moment, teaching the sweet, gentle path to healing from guilt residue, fear residue, and its effects on people's lives. We're living in an age of anxiety and collective guilt and fear as we emerge from a dark age. Seemingly, we're disempowered in a crazy world. I'm working more at the universal experience of guilt and fear and anxiety, and hopefully offering transformation from the awfully lonely legacy from these negative emotions, especially guilt, that it is for a human being, using yoga as the process to open and activate the heart center, and self-love and nurturing, which is our divine path. Emerging is the word I use for the step in the healing process just after awakening, when you've woken up and you see the light. As Swami Shivananda said, consciousness is hidden in their memories, and he was referring to the Eastern souls waking up to consciousness in the West. So our souls, we are Westerners, but our souls are Eastern souls, and we're waking up with yoga. We need yoga for our path. So maybe this is like the light at the end of the tunnel, but you've been in darkness. Any place in your life that has not been healthy for you because of guilt, fear, negative emotions, and now you emerge into the daylight. You may be shell-shocked and bruised, and now you need a little time to adjust to the change. You need a bit of space to determine your surroundings, because this is new, open terrain. If you're suddenly open to the fact that balance in our life can heal so much. It's natural to be cautious and to take stock when you've been stuck in your life and affected by negative emotion. Whether from transgenerational religious or spiritual tensions, as happened for many of us, from community pressures, parental and family expectations. Collectively, we're all going through a collective karma at the moment. But you know, especially if your wake-up call came after a disaster or seeming disaster in your life, a crash, an illness. But we don't stay too long in this place, as now is the time to keep moving forward along the healing path. Of course, you have to take rests. Even moving slowly is better than not moving at all. This can take some courage and support. There is much on offer. There are many, many good people out there supporting you, bringing fresh information, which you can turn into your own wisdom to support you in your life. So here is a practice in contemplation for this emerging stage. You can use visualization or journaling or both. This is how I teach it. Sit quietly, paying attention to your breath for a moment or so, bringing yourself to stillness and silence. The place we need to be to open up awareness to who we truly are. For self-knowledge to open up, often one layer at a time. And it does take time. So, center yourself by breathing from the solar plexus, the center. You think you're a mountain, but you really are a sleepy camel. Visualize this. Where is the mountain? Where is the camel? Under the hump, where has the camel's body been buried all this time? As the sleepy camel wakes up, what does she or he see? What burdens and baggage have you been carrying in your hump for others? You can start your journaling with this awareness. Then make lists under these headings. Emotional well-being, physical well-being, mental well-being, sexual well-being, financial well-being, spiritual well-being. And I'll add another topic here, the well-being of the collective for the greater good. So humanity and the planet. In your first effort at emerging, it's probably enough just to set the scene as I've described it. Contemplation is effective as a weekly practice, so set time aside to continue this on a regular basis. In your next session in contemplation, it could take you deeper into awareness of what has made you feel most dull, bored, unhappy, tired, sick and lacking in energy, separate and apart from the home of your soul, your heart space. And then follow that by awareness of what gives you most joy, happiness, health, interest, enthusiasm, feelings of bonding, meaning, dynamic vital energy, closer to your divinity, the mother of existence flowing through you. As you register your inner emotional state, so you're giving yourself an inner register of what blocks and what frees you. In yoga, this is checking into your inner bhavana or mood. I always say that wrong, bhava or mood. Discovering sukha or your inner contentment. As soon as you understand this stage of awareness, you're already onto the healing path. The path of the heart, emerging and healing from guilt or any negative emotions in your life. And this is my final word from the heart of a teacher. Don't forget to breathe consciously every day. Be present. Maybe by noticing how the sunlight and the dew alter the colours of nature. Awareness of nature can bring us back to a simple state of innocence. Wash up, tidy up, keep a regular routine. Everything helps. Be with good people. And your self-healing effort will turn into enduring behaviour and deep, heartfelt satisfaction. Namaste. This is for your healing. SuZen.